I'm in the whip, I'm gonna rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, raw on the wrist, pull in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, I'm gonna rest, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we was lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for them that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
Coach, it's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out there. Check out there. Hot, hot.
On 1st and 10, Dixon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Dixon. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wagner. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of problems.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Montez Sweat. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 50, right.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from the... Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Dixon. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 52. Check 3.
From the gun, Dixon. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
First carry for Darius Geis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shoot. Watch the shoot. What? Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Dixon, wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Move. 3 down, 3 down.
Back to throw. Dixon, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Looking to throw. Dixon looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dixon. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there out of Geis. 46 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he completes it to Westbrook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Haskins looking for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Wagner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Back to throw. Dixon over the middle, complete. It's Wagner. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 9, check 9.
Back to throw again. Cooper's got it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Following the fumble recovery, Dixon. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Green Bay.
Single, single. Echo, echo. Watch 41, watch 41. Hey, I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
2nd and 5. Complete to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play. I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4. Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Haskins to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Let's get off the field, D.
On 1st down, Dixon firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the...
And it's a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Double time. You got three down.
To throw on second down, Dixon. It's caught. Cooper. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Packers. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will be fielded at the 6. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on second and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Dixon. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, guys, I got 19. He's mine. He's not going anywhere. Watch out. Check three.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
95 Mike, White 95. Drop deep. 95 is a Sam. No, check, he's Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Operating from the gun. Dixon throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dixon. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
And the Packers first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Jones. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They come out here in the eye.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Go. Jam. Joker.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Switch up. Single. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you. Too little, get.
2nd and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
18 on the play. First down, Packers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush it. Out.
Here's Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. Dixon is complete to Jones. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check nickel.
They'll run with Geis, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 11.
Cut. 26 Mike. Army. Go. Sponge. No. Check. Lucky.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
Take over first
Let's
and
go.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Right. He's tight right here. Hayward. 3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 91.
Looking to throw. Dixon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On third down, here's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
You got 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Back to throw. Dixon. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On fourth down, Dixon. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A big pickup of 38. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Geis with a carry on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball game.
Now Geis stripped. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Cooper was the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Run it.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. We gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When I've been